Hello, my name is Ade and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you. In this video, I'll be teaching you divisibility rules for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. For example, I'm having a party with 141 guests and I need to divide my guests into 3 columns in a large O. So I have 141 divided by 3 evenly. There is an easy way to find this out. So let's start with the divisibility rules. Rule 1. Divisible by 2. A number is divisible by 2 if the last digit is an even number. Remember what is an even number? An even number is numbers that can be divided into 2 equal parts. For example, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Now let's check if 198 is divisible by 2. The last digit is 8, which is an even number. So 198 is divisible by 2. Example 2. Is 171 divisible by 2? The last digit is 1, which is not an even number. So 171 is not divisible by 2. Example 3. Is 78 5692, that is 785 692 divisible by 2. The last digit is 2, which is an even number. So 785,692 is divisible by 2. Now let's move on to rule number 2. So divisible by 3. A number is divisible by 3 if the sum of its digits is divisible by 3 and there are no remainders. Let's go back to my previous question. I'm having a party with 141 guests and I need to divide my guests into 3 columns in a large O and check if it is divisible by 3. So we add up these digits. So that is 1 plus 4 plus 1 equals 6. 6 is in the 3 times table. So 141 is divisible by 3. Now let's move on to example 2. Example 2. Is 1765 divisible by 3? Let's find out. We had the digits 1 plus 7 plus 6 plus 5. That will give us 19. 19 is not a multiple of 3. So 1765 is not divisible by 3. We move on to rule number 3, divisible by 4. A number is divisible by 4 if the last 2 digits are divisible by 4 and there is no remainder. Let's check if 136 is divisible by 4. The last 2 digits are 36 and 36 is a multiple of 4. So 136 is divisible by 4. Let's try another example. Example 2. Is 9823 divisible by 4? Let's find out. The last 2 digits are 23 and 23 is not divisible by 4. So 9823 is not divisible by 4. Now let's try rule number 4. If a number is divisible by 5. A number is divisible by 5 if its last digit is 0 or 5. Let's check if 9135 is divisible by 5. The last digit is 5. So 9135 is divisible by 5. Example 2. Is 123,590 divisible by 5? Let's find out. The last digit is 0. So 123,590 is divisible by 5. Example 3. Is 129 divisible by 5? Let's check out. The last digit is 9. So 129 is not divisible by 5. Now let's move to rule number 5, divisible by 6. A number is divisible by 6 if it is divisible by both 2 and 3. Be careful. The number must be divisible by both 2 and 3. It is not one or the other. Let's recall the divisibility rule for 2, which is a number is divisible by 2 if the last digit is an even number. Also, let's recall the divisibility rule for 3. A number is divisible by 3 if the sum of its digits is divided by 3. and there are no remainders. Now let's check if 4,128 is divisible by 6. The last digit is 8, so it is divisible by 2, but it must be divisible by 3 as well before we can conclude that it is divisible by 6. Therefore, we have the digits 4 plus 1 plus 2 plus 8 equals 15. And 15 is divisible by 3. So our 4,128 is divisible by 6. Example 2. We have 9,482. So is 9,482 divisible by 6? The last digit is 2. So it's divisible by 2, but it must be divisible by 3 as well before we can conclude that it is divisible by 6. Therefore, we have the digits. So we have 9 plus 4 plus 8 plus 2 equals 23. 23 is not divisible by 3. So our 9,482 is not divisible by 6. Now let's move on to rule number 6, divisible by 7. A number is divisible by 7 if you double the last digit, then subtract it from the other digits. And if the difference between the two is divisible by 7, then the original number is divisible by 7. Let's check if 443 is divisible by 7. Now the last digit is 3. So we multiply the last digit by 2. So we have 3 times 2 equals 6. Then we subtract the 6 from 44. So we have 44 minus 6. That will give us 38. We cannot divide 38 by 7 without a remainder. So 443 is not divisible by 7. Now we move on to example 2, where we have 812. So is 812 divisible by 7? Multiply the last digit by 2, remember, so we have 2 multiplied by 2 equals 4. Then subtract 4 from 81. So we have 81 minus 4 equals 77. We can divide 77 by 7 without a remainder. So 812 is divisible by 7. Now let's move on to example 3. Example 3, we have 7,692. So we need to find out if 7,692 is divisible by 7. Remember, we multiplied the last digit by 2. So we have 2 multiplied by 2 will give us 4. Then we subtract 4 from 769. So 769 minus 4 will give us 765. We repeat the process. So we multiply the last digit by 2, and the last digit now is 5. We multiply it by 2, that will give us 10. Then we subtract 10 from 76. So we have 76 minus 10, which equals 66. We cannot divide 66 by 7 without a remainder. So 7,692 is not divisible by 7. Now we move on to rule number 7. Divisible by 8. A number is divisible by 8 if the last 3 digits of the number are divisible by 8. Let's check if 1,320 is divisible by 8. The last 3 digits is 320, which can be divided by 8 without a remainder. So our 1,320 is divisible by 8. Example 2 is 1,810. So is 1,810 divisible by 8? The last 3 digits is 810, which cannot be divided by 8 without a remainder. So 1,810 is not divisible by 8. Rule number 8 is divisible by 9. This is similar to divisibility by 3. A number is divisible by 9 if the sum of its digits is divisible by 9. And there is no remainder. Let's check if 1,652 is divisible by 9. We add up the digits. So we have 1 plus 6 plus 5 plus 2 equals 14. We cannot divide 14 by 9 without a remainder. So 1,662 is not divisible by 9. Example 2. We have 1,431 divisible by 9. We add up the digits. So we have 1 plus 4 plus 3 plus 1 equals 9. 9 is in the 9 times table. So our 1431 is divisible by 9. Example 3. Is 75,465 divisible by 9? We add up the digits. So we have 7 plus 5 plus 4 plus 6 plus 5. That will give us 27. 27 is in the 9 times table. So our 75,465 is divisible by 9. Rule number 9 is divisibility by 10. A number is divisible by 10 if the last digit is 0. Example, 645,970 is divisible by 10 because the last digit is 0. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment below. Thank you. Bye.